Alright, so we got the patch notes. And yeah, let's bring them up. Okay. Ooh. And this is fresh. Okay, so let's see what we got. First of all, ladder details. Ladder starting on April 28 Pacific time. So like in Europe. I mean, what? They don't tell the time, so okay. Rank system, etc. Leaders boards will reset. Non-ladder. Nothing new really. 4 versions of ladders. Hardcore, LOD, classic. I mean, classic is like just not good at the moment. So yeah, some new content ladder only. That's what we expected. Slash ladder comments. Okay. That's fine. Ladder information is made available through the leaderboard. Yes, the same ladder panel. Let's take a look at it. And what do we have here? Just a tab of the ladder? Yeah, we already seen it. Заметки только. We already seen it. So nothing new here, just the already known stuff that we can transfer the item temporarily from the Season 1 stash, and then it disappears. Oh, and we got the time, 2 a.m. Okay, so in the middle of the night. Thanks, Blizzard. I mean... Thanks, I guess. Casters, what the hell? These guys are doing some nice stuff. Mr. Llama and these people. Competition between fan favorite content creators. So what kind of race? Casters. Ooh, BT Neanderthal is gonna be casting. That's nice. Like this guy. Okay. But like, so it's like a ladder start? Are they solo playing? Like, what do you mean casters? Like, is me BT Neanderthal not playing? He's just casting? I don't quite get what's going on here. We'll just see. And the juicy part starts here. Class balance changes. We're thrilled, blah blah blah. No changes for 12 years and a month. So let's go. Amazon. Impale is uninterruptible. Always hits. Slows target and faster. It kind of takes away from the fantasy of like slow and powerful attack. I would rather they not do this. Not do the attack animation speed increase. I know it's kind of awkward, but they should just like double down on it being a strong attack and just buff the strong damage or add open wounds, add like whatever things, you know, like just because it's like stuff has to have downsides in my opinion. Anyhow, we'll see. I haven't tested it. Probably won't play it anyway. It's like too many other builds that I'm more interested in. Band increased. We've seen this in the PTR. Fine. The same stuff with the Lightning Javelin synergies. That your Fury doesn't give you synergy to other skills anymore. So if you choose to get Fury early on, then Fury is fine, but your other skills aren't as strong. So you kind of have to choose. Your Fury is a strong end game skill, but like it's weaker in the early game. I think this is a nice balance. Also, if you're going something like Charge Strike plus Lightning Strike, those skills are stronger now. Yeah. So Charge Strike's on kind of gets stronger. Fury's on, your power level gets delayed a bit. I think that's fair. Same as we've seen in the PTR, nothing new here. So the skill damage for Poison Javelin has been slightly adjusted. I guess it's like they just improved it, yeah? No longer casting delay sharing, very nice. We've seen that. And yeah. Duration and damage induced, so 20% to 33% damage difference. So starts a little stronger, ends a little more stronger. Synergy is stronger, so it's even more stronger with synergy. No casting delay, because like the poison, it won't do anything for you anyway. Casting delay no longer shares cooldown with other skills. Yes, that's the common thing, and that thing. Inner sight increased radius, already seen this. It's actually a nice thing, makes Act 1 Merc more better. Unless you're playing Assassin like me, that likes to run around, and so the Mercs just ends up dying all the time because she ends up like in the middle of monsters. Slow missile scales, nice. Okay. Reduce missile damage as well, so like a weaken. I don't know if I'm gonna be using it. We'll do some untwinked Amazon playthrough it one day, and we'll see if it actually helps. It probably will. It's just like there's enough buttons to press. Actually, there's enough. She's not assassin that wants to press all the buttons, in my opinion. So you can cast Valkyrie more often. That's nice. Casting delay thing, no longer locking in dodge. I don't think that was needed, honestly. I'm the kind of the person that says those skills were fine. They were like, they made your character very survivable. And you had to like, the problem is you had no choice. To use Valkyrie, you had to spend those skill points. What they should have done instead is remove the prerequisite from the evasion skills to the Valkyrie instead of buffing those skills for no reason. Because now they're crazy strong. Like they were already very strong. So they should just give players the choice to like have them or not have them, and not just buff these skills to the point where like you always want them. Yeah. Now, Freezing Arrow, slightly less mana. Fine, not a big deal. It's still gonna be like mana intensive, maybe a little bit better. I do like some skills being mana intensive though. I think it creates like a desire to invest in mana in a little bit, like get some mana per kill item, get that insight, although I hate insight. Yeah. So increase the amount for Magic Arrow of conversion from physical to magic, and the same I believe is for fire. No, not for fire. So it's just only for magic. All right, I forgot that one. So Strafe, big buffs. The damage penalty percentage is gone. Attack rating improvement, which I have tested in PTR and it wasn't working. So let's see if they fix it. Added synergies, in my opinion, absolutely unnecessary. A different approach is needed to change physical boson. It kind of like at the same time does too little and too much. Like it buffs the end game zone more, and it doesn't do that much for like a mid game zone, in my opinion. So yeah, Fire Arrow, lower mana cost, whatever. Exploding arrow. Buffed by a lot, actually. Yeah, like, Exploding Arrow playthroughs on, like, acts, like, from Act 2 normal to Act 4 Nightmare was like, you just shoot 3 arrows and everything dies, or like 1 arrow. The other problem is, though, you shoot 3 arrows and you're out of mana. So it will gonna get even more stronger, so, like, maybe it can help, like, actually an Amazon early game, like... So I will try this out, absolutely. Maybe this is maybe going to be my ladder reset build. I'm gonna do exploding arrows on, and then immolation arrows on, because it's buffed by a lot. It doesn't share the cooldown, it's less mana, and it's... yeah, you just cast it more often, basically. And it deals a very good amount of damage. So, you know, maybe. Okay. Attack rating bonus. Are we getting this already? I guess this hasn't changed since the PTR. This looks like the final change, right? From yeah, this is what we have. This is what we are testing right now. Tiger Strike, slightly buffed. Buffed all around, like, for the martial arts. We are doing this. Now, consumes only 1 of each martial arts charge. Always hits, yes. Dragon Claw. I haven't actually tested this one, but, like, says... it consumes only 1 of each martial arts charge when cast. But Dragon Claw is 2 attacks. So, is it consuming 1 or 2? I guess I'll just, like... I actually don't have a second claw, eh? Let's get ourselves... can we even get a second claw? Let's try this. Because I'm just not sure it will work this way. Yeah, we get the second claw. So let's get the... the problem is, like, I'm very likely not gonna hit, so I'll just have to test it multiple times. Whoops. Yeah, not you guys. Somebody weaker. Okay. And now we're doing the... see? It kind of consumed both of them. But... I've heard there's an issue with the next delay kind of hurting this mechanic. So yeah, I don't think that's good. This needs to be done something about it. But, yeah. Same things with the damage. Fades, just the tooltip fixes, fine, but there are many tooltip bugs that are in the PTR. I hope they fixed a lot of them. Like stuff that you cannot see what's the next skill level. I think this is just not even a PTR bug, this is the D2R bug. In Legacy, you are able to see, like, yeah, you are able to see what the next skill level be when you don't have a skill point. There's also a bug with plus skills, it says... see, it says required level 2. I'm level 37, why are you giving me this information? So the tooltips are broken. But, oh, I wasn't showing it. Whatever. Yeah, that's not nice. So yeah, it shows required level 2. I'm level 37. Yeah, this is kind of bugged. Man, there needs to be a way to move this a little bit better. Let's do this. Oh. And left 100. Yeah, that's better. And we're gonna do my D2 window like this. So that should work. Looking at both of them. Yeah. Venom buffed. Didn't have a chance to test it. We'll gladly test it out. Ah, no, it's just the duration change. Okay, that's fine. It also helps lots of characters because Venom is on Treachery and on Last Wish, so you kind of get that thing going. Same as Valkyrie, less cooldown, whatever. I don't personally use them. I don't care. Though there's a whole lot of changes here in the traps. I guess all of them are from PTR, so nothing major. Yeah, just like charged ball synergy. Increase to buffs to shockwave. Like that was a pathetic skill, honestly. Like it didn't like do anything. Is what it felt like to me. So yeah. And the Death Sentry change. So same thing as with the Amazon. The Death Sentry no longer synergizes other skills. So you get the most OP skill. It doesn't synergize your other skills. At the same time, your like Lightning Sentry, you put points into Shockweb and your Lightning Sentry will get very strong very fast. Like by that much fast. Like this is not 12 to 16, this is 50% increase. So yeah, this is literally 50% more damage for the skill. Because like say your Lightning Sentry damage was 100. Is it 50? Yeah, so it was like 112 then and 18 now, right? So that was one skill point. Yeah, that's only like a few percent. But with 20 points, that's, yeah, that's a lot of synergy. So when you get basically 40 points times 6, which is 240 extra percent damage to it. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, this is a very big buff to this. Alright, so what do we got next? Fire Blast, also damage buff a little bit. I love Fire Blast, fun skill. The problem with it in like previous patch is that it only gets strong once like closer to the end game. Once you max all the traps, you start porting points in it. So maybe we'll do some combination that like you can get more Fire Blast earlier and you have this Fire Lightning kind of build. Instead of the Death Sentry. So Death Sentry will be like, you know, you choose either that or this. It's creating some nice dynamic. Fire Traps getting a little bit buffs. Not sure how strong they'll be. Blade Fury, lots of damage increases. Sentinel as well. Mr. Llama did a playthrough of this, so personally I am not that interested in this build. Not sure why. So I'm just gonna skip it. Barb's getting the least amount of changes, obviously. Radius. General. Tooltip. Radius of all skills, probably. Okay. What? This is not... General? What's general? I mean, whatever. We got the radiuses. Radii. And, yeah. Similar durations for this, very convenient. Warcry, big buffs to mana and damage. People on the forum still cry that it needs more buffs. I don't think so. I think it's fine. I've seen it perform. It's much better than it was before. It doesn't need to be an A or S tier skill. It's very good already. Green Ward, I hope they fixed the bug with synergy not working. However, I'm not a fan of this synergy, honestly. Like, Barb's already starved for skill points, and you do them this. Find potion synergy. Like, so awful. Synergies are awful. So yeah, daggers. Thank you. One day I'll make a double dagger barb frenzy with daggers, or whirlwind with daggers. We'll see. Whirlwind with daggers is kind of weak, because weak range, but we'll see. A little bit buffs to attack rating, just something, and that the star of the show is the throwing mastery change. I don't see anything new again since PTR. So we have the crit strike replenishing and not consuming quantity at level 20. I hope they fix the bug where you like just throw at the wall at like how do you call it? Idle throws. You don't hit anything. Just throw away your axes and you get more axes back. That should never be a thing. You shouldn't spawn axes out of nowhere. That doesn't make sense. Because that makes kind of like ethereal axes just like non-ethereal axes irrelevant. Or javelins or daggers, whatever you're throwing, right? So yeah, chance to pierce is great though. Whirlwind. When targeting an enemy with Whirlwind, the Barbarian will move to the initial position of the enemy. It will not track them as they move. Okay, that's nice, because like that was thing when the enemy runs away and you keep whirlwinding and like you get into the place that you never wanted to be. Whirlwind will be performed even when targeting adjacent enemies. Yes, that's good. The problem is the other bugs with Whirlwind, like there are like a couple of them that just made the skill not hit when it's supposed to hit. You cannot like hold the show items key and Whirlwind ground target without locking onto enemies. So we'll see if they fix them again. The leap changes are amazing. So you can't like stun leap anymore. So that was kind of imba and looked very silly. But the animation improvement is great. So yeah. Knockback radius, very nice. Thank you for the tooltip. Hope you fix other tooltips. Again, same thing. Damage increased. Yes, good. So, the extra physical damage to surrounding enemies with a range. Okay, so first change we got here. First change compared to PTR, I feel like. Damage scales per level, increased damage scaling compared to PTR implementation. Okay. And leap synergy bonus applies to the AoE damage in addition to the attack. So, it looks like we'll have the first case of AoE damage for the Barb. I hate this. Please, Blizzard, remove this. It looked silly. It didn't work. You should have reverted it and doubled down on this garbage. Leap attack is a auxiliary skill that I use on Barb together with Frenzy, together with Whirlwind. When you need to like shoot down like a ranged monster, like a shaman or a what's it called, the Unraveler, right? So you go in the door, you fight some melee skeletons, and then you wanna kill the Unraveler, so he doesn't resurrect them. He doesn't bug you with his unholy bolts, right? Or Oblivion Knights. You just leap attack them and you one-shot them, or like maybe at least you stun them when you land with leap attack, like the hit recovery, and then you do one extra hit and they die. This is the purpose of leap attack. Not silly leaping around the battlefield dealing AoE damage. It's just like... I hope it doesn't work. It remains a gimmick. Because it's awful. Okay, Berserk, Shout replaces Battle Orders. I have a mixed feeling about this. It's a big buff to Berserk. Like, not... It really wasn't a very strong skill. But... I mean, it's kind of backwards compared to the other things. Like, now nobody will put points into Shout, right? Before people put points into Shout, so... to synergize Berserk. Now they do this thing with the... Find Potion, synergizing the Green Ward. So that people put point... So they want all skills to have a purpose. Now nobody will use Green Ward. Oh, sorry, Shout, because it no longer synergizes anything. And the same thing with Frenzy. Increased stamina synergy. They want, but Shout synergy, they remove. So it doesn't connect. They want different things. Honestly, you know, you go either one way or another. I think you go for the way of having less synergies, and you do something about those unused skills that make them better, you know, on their own. Because, like, just getting skills just for synergies is ugly, and it's kind of sad. Like, Barb is fun because you have all these fun skills to use. Okay, let's keep going. Improved double throw damage, and we got the increased stamina. We'll see how it works. I mean, I don't think anybody will still put points in it. It's like, yeah, you got 8 more seconds of Frenzy, but nobody will ever have skill points spare for this one. So, what's the baseline for Frenzy? So, if we go to classes, Barbarian, and combat skills. Frenzy duration. And what's the duration? 6 seconds. So it's gonna be 18 seconds. That's a lot of seconds. But nobody will ever do this. No, wait. 14 seconds is gonna be, yeah. Still a decent amount of seconds. I don't think anybody will have spare skill points for this. It's just not very good. Unless you want to do a run Barb. Okay, Firestorm. Buffs to Fire Druid, cooldown wise. All around. Very important change for him, that you can cast all your spells in turn. It's like a big... You already cast a Fissure that kills everything. Now you can cast a Firestorm or a Molten Boulder on top of it. So adds like a better skill ceiling to the Druid DPS. Molten Boulder. Faster Molten Boulder. Wasn't a fan. I tried it. It was kind of too fast. And I felt like it was harder to aim because of that. Or it exploded more often because of that. Not sure. Maybe I just wasn't used. You can cast way more boulders now though. So Druid's gonna be more mana intensive. Yeah. More synergy. So no like damage increase, but kinda a lot of damage increase because you can cast them twice as often. It's actually, yeah, like double the DPS. I wonder if you can do endgame Molten Boulder now. I haven't tried it, but yeah, it's all PTR changes. It's gonna take me a year to test all these changes. Casting delay updates. Okay, tooltip updates show casting delay, some increase in synergy of Volcano. No idea, didn't really play them. Arctic Blast. Okay. So remove synergy, base damage increase. Yeah, so you can like ground target it. I wish they'd do it for the Whirlwind. This is what needs to be done for the Whirlwind. Okay. Do this for Whirlwind, please. Um, Cyclone Armor Werewolf. So yeah, they didn't do like the crazy requests for the Werewolf. Let me cast Teleport and Battle Orders. Yeah, attack speed can change calculation, so it's like faster here, a little bit slower or faster there, some meta weapon changes. Still, everything should gotta be pretty good. I hope so. And I don't see anything new compared to PTR. Yeah. So again, like some buffs here and there. Molds pretty like... Wait, I didn't see this. Mold grants 3% attack speed per charge. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I think this is new. 3% attack speed. It was... What is the shadow? Where was my... Mold Druid? 3% attack speed per charge. I don't remember this. Is this new? Yeah. Ah, yeah, it's like... Yeah, alright. Yeah, it was like nice. And hunger on top of it. It's like... It actually works pretty well. So this is as far as I got with this build. And it's quite nice. So, would recommend. Anyway, nothing really new here. Fireclaw is like now. Molten Boulder, Firestorm. Okay, so we got just those Molten Boulder and Firestorm. So maybe we can do like... I wish it was backwards, you know? Because... like... This is just such a wasted thing. Like, why would you put points into Firestorm? You're unable to use it again. Like, synergies just for sake of synergies, just to make like Fireclaw Druid. It needs like to have this nah. It's not a sorceress that puts 100 points into one skill. Hey, what's up, Jonas? Yeah, it's new to the PTR, and I actually have played it. I just didn't pay attention to the tooltip that much. I did like it. It's like I have this... It's only level 28, right? But it was pretty good until this point. It kind of starts slow, and then... It's a nice build. And you can like eat them with hunger. It's pretty good. I like the bear. A little too few buttons for my taste. So yeah. Okay. Let's keep reading. A bit of shame about the Fireclaw though, like... I mean... They reduced the synergies a bit, so like... I guess you could use it like to kill physical immunities now, because like you can get more damage with fewer points, so that's a nice buff actually. And you can use it like you use Berserk on a Barb, right? So that's nice. But... Let's go next. Summon Druid. Main thing, you can have all the pets at once. I didn't really ever play about it. It's too like idle build to me. Like nothing to do really. That's the problem with the Summon Druid, right? Like what do? You don't attack them. I guess you shapeshift into bear and cast shockwaves at them. That's the only thing that you can do as a Summon Druid. Because like... At Necro, you cast curses. You cast like your attract curse to the right target. You corpse explode. You know, like, and you refresh the corpses. You refresh the summons more often. This, I'd never played it, never attracted me, so maybe one day, but not sure about this one. And yeah, overall, like, buffs to things. So creepers are interesting though. Like, I wish they did something about those, because they just don't survive. Hey man. Hey DB. I didn't get to the bug fixes now, but that's very interesting. If they did, let me just burn. Mana, burn. Can't find anything with it. Oh, I told mana, burn, mana. No, I don't think any about it. Where did you find it? General. No, there isn't a note. Where did you get about it? Where did you get this mana burn fixed? Maybe someone was they don't call it mana burn. Okay. I mean, let's look. Let's try to find it. Enchanted. Cooldown, uninterruptible, locked, O skill. No. Okay. Running out of stamina. I hate this bug fix. It's kind of like it wasn't a bug. Under gameplay. I called it drain. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right. Well, I wasn't I was kind of advocating for not fixing it. We'll see how it works, because I'm afraid it will. Yeah, I see it. Fix the issue where mana drain, not burn. Maybe we were always reading it wrong, and the tooltip on the monster says mana drain. But way more mana. We'll just see how it works. Maybe it's too trivial now. We'll see. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, that you're not gonna be afraid of them now. Like, I was playing this Phoenix Strike Assassin yesterday, and mana burn was really like I had to like play around it very carefully, because stuff like Tainteds, you come to fight them, and they just bite you very quickly, and you're out of mana all the time, which is bloody annoying, but I think this is what the game is supposed to be. Hey Patrick, so it's not out, but the patch notes are out, so I'm looking at them, and yeah, this is the new thing. Over there highlighted. So the mana burn bug is fixed. They call it mana drain. I really need to find a monster now to see if it really says mana drain, because mana drain, I think, it says on like ghosts and wraths, and mana burn it says on the unique monsters. So yeah, Jonas, that's what I was thinking. We'll see. We'll just have to play and see how it works out, because I am afraid it will become kind of trivial. So hopefully they will, maybe tune the numbers a bit back. So yeah, it's not like always bugged. Even if you have 2,000 mana, it gets vaporized in one hit. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why they're calling drain. So maybe they only fixed the drain, not the burn bonus. We'll see. We'll see that. Because, like, let's see if I can find some mana burn monster over here. I'm still playing in the PTR that I luckily haven't removed. Oh, I wonder if they fixed the Cloak of Shadows not actually darkening the screen. Yeah, Dibronsky in the chat.
Not enough mana.
Okay, we got the mana burn, and he's burn. Okay, yeah, well, we'll see. If that's the case, so Dubronsky says that monsters will still drain about 500 mana per hit. We'll see, if that's how it works. It probably will be quite fair. But again, like, it depends probably on the monster, you know, like something that deals very little damage will probably burn very little mana, like fetishes and stuff that deals like 10 damage or 20 damage, you know, will not burn a lot of mana, so we'll just have to see how it affects end game, early game, and so on. So I was like reading, you know, between the lines, this patch notes, because I was like started and everything I already read from the PTR, and now we see that it actually has some new gems sparkled in, you know, perfect gem activated, uh, like that stuff. Uh, so we'll just have to read more carefully about the patch notes. What's going on? So I was just doing the balance changes, and I finished the Druid. Maybe they did something else. So, Skeletal Mage. Did they do something else about it? I think the numbers are about the same as in PTR, so they are still like barely doing anything. Yeah, the leap attack thing, I also saw that. I think it's a gimmick. It will be very silly if we actually see end game builds just slipping around dealing AoE damage. Uh, like, I'm not gonna be like sad that they did it, but I think leap attack had a place as a utility skill. Like you, not like a just for leaping, but for dealing damage to like one monster that you want to kill quickly. So like you're fighting a whole bunch of things, you want to fight like a shaman or unraveler, something that like, or oblivion knight. You want to like leap on them, stun them. Uh, I mean, yeah, we see different things, but to me, leap attack is like when you want to kill a certain target. Like you leap on them, you stun them. Maybe if they added stun to that. I mean, melee AoE. I think melee can do, you know, fast kill speed just from having more damage, not necessarily from AoE. Uh, we'll see how it works. Because, of course, we have seen how it works in the PTR, and it is quite pathetic. Uh, I don't think they have buffed it enough to be like a, you know, strong skill, since it's only a flat damage, even though it's now synergized with Leap. Uh, just, if I see a Barb leaping around, I don't think it's gonna look good. Do I have a Barb? Uh, do I have a Barb in this? I think I do. Uh, actually, I don't. Yeah, I just was playing Amazons most of the time. Anyhow. If I just gonna make and find a barb really quickly. I'll have to restart the game though. So let's just grab a barb and see how that looks again in the PTR. Because I think I can do it in a minute. Where are my saves? Where's my Yalmar? No. It was, yeah, this is the barb. Okay. We're gonna have a barb right here in a minute. Uh, Patrick. Who's Patrick, DB? I don't see. Ah, yeah, Patrick was a few lines ahead. Yeah, we said hello to them. Exactly, Jonas. Yes. So like you need to have like different things, you know. This is good at AoE, this is good at single target, you know. The problem is all the AoE characters, they have so much single target damage as well. So something needs to be done about that, you know. So where's my crazy good Barb? I hope he's not naked here. I mean, he has enough. He has his dual grief and yeah, something. So, oof. Yeah, this is why I don't play with what's it called? This hotbar. Let's just see how it looks like, you know, like even if it yeah, you're right, man. Like, they are at a disadvantage. So, I say, you know, bring them a unique advantage. They already have an advantage at Ubers. Oops, that's wrong skill. Where's my leap attack? This makes too much noise, and I don't think it's really cool. You know. Maybe they need to change the actual game, not the skills, for melee to be more advantageous to play. Okay, I need... We'll just... You will. At least it's not a melee splash. So we'll see how it works. I'm a bit skeptical about it. Like, I think it's pushing the vanilla game a bit too far, but I'm open to see it. Okay, I hope it's not become... It won't become a meta build. We know this. Maybe it will work. You know, we got some AOE skills. We already got the double throw AOE, which is actually very good AOE. Like, I have tested it a couple of times, and piercing double throw, like, you know, you line up the mobs and they actually, you mow them really quickly. And now that they buffed the quantity on double throw, it's gonna be a, you know, a strong end game build. That's like, it's gonna be almost as good as Whirlwind is what I'm thinking. So yeah. So what else do we have? Nothing really, right? Blood Golem, nobody's still gonna use that. Thorns. Okay, I think they didn't update this tooltip. Because I think they reverted, like they made like an average kind of Thorns change. So that it's half percentage, half flat bonus damage on the Paladin. We'll just scroll forward, skip to the Paladin. Yeah, in flat amount of damage when attacked in addition to returning, but the Iron Golem still deals only a percent. I think this is just not an updated thing. Well, Fire Golem still crap. Because Fire Golem's Holy Fire max value to display half of its true value. Okay. Are you saying 364,000 damage, Jonas? That sounds a bit off. I mean, this is like the end game Whirlwind Barbarian. I wish they fixed the Grave plus damage bug. Like, show this on my character sheet. You know? Because, yeah. We can try to estimate it. But basically, we got our Grief. Right? They have, like, let's say 380 damage. On top of that, and we multiply it by how many times? So this, let's say by 3. This is also like by 3. No, let's just say this is like plus 200%, plus 2 more 100%. And we got our might, also plus 200%, that was 600. We got a laying of hands. Let's round it down to 300, so it's like 9. So 10 times. And whatever, something else I forgot, but it doesn't sound like you could do like more than let's say like 6,000 damage per hit. You add a crit on top of that, which adds like a quarter, so it's gonna be like 8,000, and you get 6 times per second. So you can't do, I think your damage number is way too high. Where did that come from, you know? You do hit 12 times a second. Because, yeah, with phase blades. Amp damage. Price on higher. What's price on higher? Price on higher? What's that? Ah, pride on her hireling. Okay. So you basically, yeah, just... And manually proc amp. Okay, so you have like a party member for the amp. Or like you use that mole with 3 charges. Or something. Or maybe you have the amulet. Atma Scarab. It's actually, it should... What? Ah, but you cannot proc it. Yeah, you cannot proc stuff from the chance to cast. Yeah, that'd be fun if you would be able to. Because then you would be able to wear... wear Atma. I mean... Still, that sounds a bit too much. Maybe they are calculators, but just 300,000? That means you can kill P8 Lister in half a second. If I recall correctly, he has 200,000 damage. 200,000 life, P8 Lister. And I'm pretty sure you cannot. Like, my Whirlwind Barb is not damage optimized. This is MF optimized Barb, of course. Yeah, 347 and missing some charms. Offhand damage. That's crazy, honestly. I mean, okay, I'll assume that may be true. Wow, too many messages. Sorry, guys. Too many messages. So, yeah, Whirlwind is an AoE. They're already like AoE skills for Barb. So Whirlwind, you got your Piercing Throwing Mastery, and you got your Warcry, which is also buffed. And I think it's in a good place. The mana's still a little too... No, I had too many messages in the phone. Sorry, guys. It was like spamming notifications at me. Yeah. Not what you meant, yes. So, you got your 3 AoE damage barbs already, and now we'll have the 4th one. So, they're all like not too strong, so maybe it will work out. I mean, Whirlwind is very strong. Oops. Whirlwind is very strong. Once you get your Greaves and stuff. So, we still have the same thing with the Necro. Nothing changed here. Still, like, PvP players gonna be mad, and PvM players won't care. Maybe we'll see something next patch, because, like, I don't know what they should have done here. Like, it needs something more complex to bring balance to the force, so to speak. Because Bone Spirit, still nobody's gonna use it at PvM. Nobody ever. And, yeah. I hope they fixed the bug with the curses, because like there is a bug with the what's it called? With the tooltip on the do I have a Necro? I don't. Well, we can use a level 1 Necro. And they have a bug in PTR on the tooltip of lower resistance. And the problem is it doesn't tell you how much lower. And there are like lots of them. They like butchered so many tooltips. But this is like the worst of them. So let's see if they lower resist. Yeah, they did it. Okay, so it's actually worth reading the bug section more carefully, because maybe they have fixed some bugs like this. Thanks, Blizzard, for paying attention. Okay, so let's read this again. Gameplay bug fixes. The fire enchanted monsters. Okay, stop it. Fire enchanted monsters. I've just like encountered a couple of fire enchanted monsters in Nightmare. I don't know. They weren't very like high HP monsters, but they really weren't any intimidating. Maybe they should bring it back up a bit, not to the whole old level where Lister explodes on you and kills you even if you have max Cyclone armor. So yeah. Attacking his Whirlwind with 2 weapons equipped. Okay, no idea about this bug, so not discussing. Whirlwind, 2 weapons, why would you do that? Maybe for the magic find in the offhand or something? Or some stat bonuses? Using a skill could be interrupted if a player dodges, avoids, or blocks while executing a skill. So they were messing with animations, and I feel like sometimes right now animations just randomly fail, like especially teleport. Sometimes you try to teleport and you are sure that you're pointing at the place where you can teleport and it just doesn't happen. So maybe something fixed, maybe they fixed this, probably not. I wonder. We remember there was an uninterruptible issue with the pride and teleportation, that you cannot like teleport reliably when you have concentration on. Maybe this helped with that. We need to test that. So skills granted by items sometimes couldn't be used in a controller. I saw a person report this in the controller in the console forum, so good for them. They were very confused about it. Fixed an issue where you could be blocked from talking to NPC. Player initiates a trade request. Yes, convoluted multiplayer stuff. Thank you. Where weapon swap was not updating faster unlock on the game client, so that was like a dissync. Sadly, we didn't see any clips of this, because I think that could have been fun to see. Where bindings of all skills wouldn't persist after dying or joining the new game. Yes, lots of report of this. Thanks for fixing. That seal. I'm not sure it's just only one of them, but yeah, I think the other ones aren't always activatable too. But I've done a fair bit of Chaos Sanctuary runs in 2.4, and it's much better. I still get like this nervous when I click that seal, because like how many times I'm gonna click it. but it just works. Nice. Glacial Trail entrance wouldn't highlight. They should have fixed instead of this the issue where Glacial Trail waypoint wouldn't spawn. Because there is a map seed, certain map seed, where there is no waypoint in the Glacial Trail. And if you go to the waypoint, you spawn at the center of the map without a waypoint. That's pretty freaky. Yeah, the stamina bug fix that I'm not a fan of. I think it kinda is not a bug, obviously. Like, why would that be a bug? It's the idea is like if you run out of breath, you have to stop and catch your breath.
All who oppose me, beware.
And now you can just keep spamming your left click without ever using the toggle run walk button. So yeah, I'm just gonna be like doing that right now to just show how. I mean, it's a minor early game thing. It's like, so yeah, I can just spam. And the problem is the stamina starts to regenerate instantly. And in that first frame, while it's regenerating, you can already run. So it's like, you don't even need to do anything. Just click your mouse. Trivial. It's one step towards removing the stamina, basically. Misplaced walls. Huh? Maybe this is the bug that's... they fixed this bug and introduced other bugs, like there is no exit in the... what's it called? Underground passage. So... I'm just still baffled how that bug could have happened. Why were they fiddling with the map generation, you know? So maybe this was it. Nobody goes to caves, though. Are few melee skills would often miss? Yes, yes. I think that's very nice. I have felt this with the sacrifice most of all. You're like, I already developed a habit to like run up front, up close to the monsters to hit them with the sacrifice. And now I'll have to unlearn that. So I guess thanks for more fun playing the game. Quick cast, fail to execute. Yeah, very good description. Not very clear what it does. Fix an issue where force move and quick cast skills still could operate when in a full screen UI menu in legacy mode. Well, that's a lot of words. When in a full screen UI, why wouldn't they operate? Whatever. We don't get the... I mean, force move is a key. If anybody ever uses this, tell me how good it is. I think everyone wanted the force move ability. Oh, by the way, about bugs. This still isn't fixed. Maybe it will. But everyone wanted a move ability. But instead of that, they did a hotkey, so... yeah. Fix an issue that could cause players to miss their attack when using melee skills against enemies just barely within striking. Same thing. See, we got already like melee buffs from some bug fixes, and it felt. I played a bunch of melee in the PTR. I played this assassin now. I played a mole druid, and I played a holy fire paladin. So like 3 characters. All of them felt significantly better thanks to this and thanks to this. Very nice fixes. Okay, that's a convoluted bug. Where replenishing and propagation item modifiers were not triggering when quantity was removed from melee skills. Ah, so like when you stab with your javelin. This is, I think, what they mean. So, okay, that makes sense. So you're like, wow, I haven't seen such a bug. I mean, Nobody ever stabs with a javelin apart from like very early game, right? I mean, we do with the charge strike. But then we throw a javelin anyway, so we don't notice that. Fixed an issue where mercenary damage bonuses were being applied inconsistently. This will mostly affect damage when no weapon is equipped. Nobody cares. Fix an issue where mercenary damage UI would display inconsistent damage values. We didn't trust them anyway, so I think this is a habit that we have, not trusting the damage numbers in Diablo. I mean, in the character sheet or mercenary sheet, so we probably won't start trusting it anyway, because the grief damage bug's still not fixed, the plus X damage. Fix an issue where scrolls weren't auto-populating to a belt. Thank you! Very nice. I mean, how did you manage to have this bug in the first place? But yeah, it was annoying as hell. And low resist. Nice. Now, it doesn't look like controls. Oh, yes, controls. My main gripe with the PTR is this bug. Why, when I click in the inventory, my character moves in the opposite direction? There is no mention of this. If this is not fixed, it's gonna be awkward playing the game. Like, it is awkward to drink potions from... It changes a lot of habits, and it kind of slows down the gameplay a lot when you're like running around and trying to manage the inventory. So there is no note of this. Just some PlayStation controller buying a skill to K2. Yeah, not sure what that means. Ah, K2 is like your F1 and F2. I go to YouTube out and he did not see the buff. Holy Hours got it. Okay. So again? Let's take a look at that once again then. I think I just skipped. Because, yeah. Let's read this again. Based on distance to the caster. Increased by 70. Mr. Llama likes to like sensation, you know, he likes to be first. So that's why he already put up the video. I get it. So he sometimes skips things. Comes with the profession of a speedrunner, I guess. He likes skips. Badumts. So, what's with the damage bonuses to Holy Fire? I think this was already it. Damage scale increased to 70%. Salvation increased. I think we already seen it, no? Double at melee range. In PTR, 200% damage was only in melee range, not if scale. So the same here. 200% damage. Double damage at melee range and linearly scaled to normal damage at maximum range. No, that's the same here. The same what they say here. What's the actual difference? I mean, let's read the tooltip. Because I am running the PTR, so maybe we can. Do I have like a real paladin? That's 50% more damage, you're saying. Okay. So let's remove our plus guild gear. And in PTR, it will now deal 200 damage to enemies at melee range. Yes. We can actually do this. PTR has ended. This page. And no, this is like the... This is the first page. But in the middle, not 150. I think this is just a clarification on the tooltip, man. To properly like understand this, we need to find that the PTR second article. Man, if you can remember where the hell is it? The second PTR article. But I'm pretty sure this hasn't changed. The idea was they overbuffed it with like having big damage at melee range and even bigger at maximum range. Then they downscaled it. Then they released the second PTR when they made the current implementation, where it's normal damage at max range and double damage at melee range. So yeah, this is the thing. Class changes, Paladin. 70%, 80%. Ah, restored, okay. So yeah, this is the first PTR. This is the first PTR, not the second PTR that I have running right now. So to properly compare, we need to find the other article. And how the hell do we find it, actually? Let me just try to find it. I'm not sure how do I find it. What was the article name? PTR ladder testing. Yes, it was called PTR ladder testing. Forums. Ah, yeah, I found it. Okay, there we go. This is the article. And let's see, class changes, Paladin. So. Okay, so this is what you mean. So, this says 100%, 200% at melee range. And 100 at the max range. But, like, before this, it was dealing 100% to anything but the melee range. No, man, the ladder is not live. The ladder will be in 2 weeks. And patch is supposedly going to be today? Not sure when it's gonna be. I haven't caught that part yet. But yeah, if this is how it works, then okay, we'll see. You know, we'll test this first thing when the patch rolls out and when I have this time. Yeah. Luckily, ladder is not today, because I'm going off on the weekend. But we'll have... yeah. I hope to find a nice party to play with on ladder. You know. It's gonna be, as usual, 2 in the morning for Europeans. Very nice time to start the ladder. Wake up in the middle of the night, drink a coffee, and start playing till midday. Until your butt hurts. And you can't sit anymore. Yeah, so excited. Alright. So yeah, thanks Jonas. This is an interesting reading between the lines sort of thing. I wouldn't have noticed it as well. That's because when I read this ladder testing kind of article, this is what I assumed they did. But yeah, can we do like the... We'll steal some of the Mr. Llama's clout and do the paint. I'm worse than Mr. Llama at paint though. So window, capture, paint, and we got the paint. Whoosh. So, and we'll just take a Diablo. No, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paste the Paladin picture in the paint. And this is our Paladin. And yeah. So apparently, we'll color code it like this. The red is big. Wait, what? Red is like big damage. And let's say green is small damage. So in PTR, it was like this. Right? But in the actual 2.4, it's gonna be, you know, with the middle shapes, right? So we do like orange, wait, yeah, paint is not my strong suit. Orange, and then another orange, yellow, right? So, okay. I think it was strong enough, just like, because one of the things I really liked about the bigger damage on the Holy Fire is that now you can use a bow that's like shoots exploding arrows, and you add a lot of damage from the Holy Fire to it, and you just shoot things, and so you have like an archer paladin, another bow class. I just like bows, you know. I like shooting arrows. That's fun. But if that's the thing, I mean, we'll see how it works. Sounds kind of strong. So let's keep going, keep reading. What else have we missed here? Tooltips. So Necromancer, reading again. Skeletons. Let's compare since we found the Necromancer. No. So 750 on the poison, 50 on the cold, lightning on the 5, and fire none. Same numbers. Sad. Very sad. So what next? Blood Golem also looks like the same thing. No? Ah, yes, this is from the second PTR. Okay. So just the combined patch notes. Still, not good enough. They'll need to do something, I hope, about skeleton mages and golems in the next patch. Okay, so what else do we got? Sorceress. Haven't read the Sorceress changes. Inferno. Yes, it actually is not bad. I've played Inferno. It's a lot of damage, and I think it's actually a good skill right now. And this is like your fire damage AoE kind of skill that you attack with. It's a fun skill, unlike Fireball that you can just shoot many times. And yeah, one thing that PD2 did wrong is just didn't care about Inferno. Now this is a very nice skill with AoE. It has this issue of wind up, same with the Assassin, when the Blade Fury, but it's very usable, very nice. Blaze also kind of funny. Firewall, no casting delay, still like an awkward skill. I like Firewall though. It's the most amount of damage for the fewest amount of skill points. But to compensate for that, you get the awkwardness of the skill. Because monsters aren't standing in your firewall. It's not Diablo 1, where everything walks. Meteor. What a disaster of a skill. On the assassin that I'm playing right now, which is the martial arts assassin with the Phoenix Strike, Meteor actually ends up kind of working. I'll continue this assassin in the what's it called? In the actual patch tomorrow. Where's my dagger? Ah, there it is. So yeah, this meteor kind of works because you're running around monsters, you're freezing them with the Chaos Ice Bolt, you're stunning them with Ice Blast, you're kicking them, so meteor lands on monsters more often than not, so it's pretty good. But this meteor never worked for me, so I don't know. It's just like, no matter what you do about it, not a good skill. Hydra, I played it, I tried to like it, you know, in the old patch, in the first PTR, in the second PTR. Yeah, they didn't do any more changes to the Hydras. So it's the same awkwardness as Meteor, apart from like a bit less commitment, because like there's less cooldown, less wait time. So, I mean, we all want Hydra to be like a auxiliary skill, like the Firewall. So you could choose Firewall, or you could choose Hydra. And Hydra should be a bit weaker than Firewall, because like Firewall is like, you know, very awkward, and Hydra is a bit less awkward, so it can deal less damage in return. But still, like, you put on the synergy points from Fireball to Hydra, and it's just a Fireball Sorc in the end, not a Hydra Sorc. Unfortunately. Item tooltips. We have already read all of those. Yeah, nothing new here. Nova Hydra. That's, yeah, I did a Frozen Orb Hydra. So that, I mean, that worked. But, again, like, I think Nova Hydra, it sounds like a very squishy build, you know? Like, when you don't freeze anything, like, and your Novas aren't gonna stun things in Hell, unlike they do in, like, Normal and Nightmare. Nova's so good because, like, you hit it very often and it deals good damage, so you stun things with it. And, like, in Hell, I'm not sure it's gonna, like, be very well. The best Fire Lightning build that I've tried is Firewall plus Charge Bolt. Charge Bolt kind of is an underrated skill, actually, in my opinion. It deals very good damage with less synergies than everything else. You do need a Merc in front of you, though. But it was pretty nice. Maybe right now Inferno with Charge Bolt will be a skill. Yeah, so I think the best like dual spec skills in all trees are Charge Bolt, Firewall, and Inferno. And Frozen Orb, obviously, on the cold skill only. But yeah. I'm not playing Sorc in the next ladder, though. I played so much Sorc in my life, I don't care about it. So, Uber Diablo. Same thing as in the PTR, I guess. Ooh. Stone of Jordans across all the thing. We'll see how it works out. There are still bots playing this game, you know. I found recently a bot, like not a bot, a dude selling items on a local trading site. Yeah, quite disgusting. I reported them. Hopefully the trading platform will do something about it. So, we'll just have to wait and see how this works out. Like, this sounds good. Hope it doesn't, like, mean everyone has an Annihilus and after, like, a couple of weeks. It was really a nice chase item. Unfortunately, it was like a cartel of Annihiluses. That they kind of like dictate the price. They don't overflood the market, so it was pretty nasty. So yeah. What do we have next? The main problem with, of course, was the IP address thing was so bad. They kind of like... Hey man, yeah, that's a nice thing. Nice idea, piece of paper. It's not about even like, you know, I won. It's like I'm talking about the declone right now, right? So there was a cartel that they steal all the slots on the server, so you can't have it. And then they basically tell that Annihilus is worth 20 bars or whatever they decide. You know, I have no idea. I didn't trade on the Battle.net. But with this, how it's going to work, I'm a bit afraid. No. Okay. Act 4 Barbarian and that helm. I think you can see this Act 5 Barbarian, sorry, not Act 4. I think you can see this helm on him. Yeah, that helm on him. When you just fighting in the wilderness. So if we go like even in normal, actually let's bring up classic D2, and yeah, and we'll see it. We'll see if it was. It's a good question, but I think you can see them even like... oops, I wanted to show normal. Yeah. We're gonna find a barb here that's fighting. Yeah, he has the horned helm on him, see? So this is not new. He won't turn his face the other way though. So... ah, okay, now we see it. So yeah, they did. They did. Yeah, that's right. So let's read if they changed anything, because on PTR the Frenzy Barb was kind of very strong. You know? So yeah, let's see. Updated stat skill gains, so there's no disadvantage. Yes, good. Amazon bows. Not a fan. It kind of breaks the fantasy. They don't look like Amazon to me. You know, maybe Amazon have extra finger or something that makes their bow special. But yeah. This one is good though. But I think it's a bit of a... they made the wrong change. Good desire to make a change, but the change should have been a bit different. That your O skills should in general benefit from plus class skills. So you could do stuff like Triangle's Necro. You can give him a Sorceress Torch and Fire Skillers. And you could like make a very strong Meteor Necro. That would be really fun, you know? Or like Barb with double Flame Bellow and give him Sorceress, Fire Skillers, and do Inferno or stuff like that. That's how I think they should have handled it. Yeah. Because I don't see like any abuse from this really. You'll just get a lot of like little fun builds like that. Instead of just rogue gets plus Amazon skills. No, Amazon skills get plus Amazon skills. That's how it should work. O skills, which are Amazons. I think, yeah, probably the way it's coded. They are not coded as... Because, like, why Desert Mercenary doesn't get plus Amazon skills, you know? He has Jab. Why doesn't it get bonuses from that? But, anyhow, the main buff to Rogue Mercenary, Rogue Archer, is the buff to the inner sight. Because now it's big radius. It's like whole freaking screen. And it actually, when you take Rogue Mercenary, level him up accordingly with you, so you're not that far below the monster levels. The inner sight actually reduces defense of most monsters to 0. Like, it's a very strong, underrated spell. It's not Warcry. No, not Battle Cry of Barb. That is used often, but it actually reduces more defense than the Battle Cry of Barb. And the Freezing Arrow is kind of nice. I'm playing right now with it, and it's quite convenient. Unfortunately, her AI is not that good. She's like... She doesn't do the right thing. She doesn't position herself very well, so... Yeah, Rogue Archer. Okay, so updated the distribution between... no advantage for hiring in normal, basically, anymore. That's very good. And this thing. Thorns aura level scale increased will now continue to scaling up beyond the highest level threshold up to the max level. And with general improvement, Thorns want to improve the scaling. You know what? I need to... So this is like for your summon Necro, I think, with the Thorns Merc. Because your skeleton's gonna go like in tank, and you want to get a Thorns Merc so they like start tanking. I might try this one day. So Iron Wolf, life gains, life scaling, defense scaling, resistance is better. I think this is the same, right? I don't think they've changed anything. Looks like all is the same, yes. Doesn't look like there are any new changes in these Act 3 mercenaries. So they're garbage. Unfortunately, if you want a crowd control merc, get a Freezing Arrow merc. She casts it often enough, and it deals better damage than Glacial Spike, I think. She survives better, even though she's stupid. But at least she can do some lifesteal. Maybe you can give her a knockback bow. Yeah. This is useless. I've tried a couple of times Static Field Merc. He just doesn't cast it when it's needed. Like, it's so bad. Yeah, forget it. So, okay. The same thing with hiring the Barb. Yeah, it's just pathetic. This is the same change as the skeleton mages. And this actually brings up a problem that deep in Diablo 2, that when your character is a fighter, right? He sucks. He struggles, right? He needs lots of levels. He needs gear. He has a hard time hitting. When your character is a mage, yeah, man, you can even do 2 Crescent Moons for Act 5 mercs. So back to my point. When your character is a mage, he's amazing. Like, he can hit stuff. He has no issues with killing stuff. He is very good, easy to play mage. Not all, of course, but mage characters play a lot better than fighter characters. with minions and summons, it's backwards. So your melee skeletons are great, your caster skeletons are awful. Your melee mercs are great, your caster skeletons, mercenaries are awful, right? And why is that? That's because synergies came to the game with patch 1.10, and yeah, mercs don't get synergies, skeleton mages don't get synergies, so casters would suck without synergies. At least fighters somehow, through acquiring lots of bonuses from items, manage to be decent, but as a mage, if you don't have synergies, you don't have anything. That's the problem. Like, if they would just give a lot of synergies to Iron Wolves, they would be strong but kind of boring. Minus 70 light. Hey, so Lee, yeah, that's not how it works. I mean, unless you want to put like a, what's the armor rune word that gives you holy shock? Is it helmet or armor? I forgot. Is it dream? Yeah, so you can put like a dream helmet on the barb, so he has some good lighting damage, and dual phase blades with crescent moon. I don't think it will deal a lot of damage, but yeah, that sounds fun. The main thing about crescent moon, yeah, is that it casts static field. So this is the way to get static on your end game characters. Maybe like something like a Hammerdin. Oh, right. So he only needs to like proc it once and everything will be like, whew. Half HP, right? That's nice, yeah. So that's a good idea to like do on... Wait. Crescent Moon, yeah. Crescent Moon can be put in a sword. That's right. So for Hammerdin, do it. We'll see. But lazy people are still going to use Insight because, you know, you have to recover that 18 mana that the Blessed Hammer costs. Yeah, Stormlash is better, of course, but, you know, Stormlash also is like third rarest item in the game or something. Or even the second, depending how you look at it. So it's kind of hard to obtain. I wouldn't count on having a Stormlash, you know. Oh, and that's right, yeah, big brain. This is for more like a kicker, yeah, for kick assassin. Uh, yeah, I have it on the single player pluggy stash, but I have like almost everything there, so that doesn't count. Iron Golem Stormlash for the win, right? But then Stormlash doesn't have minus lightning res, and you kind of frenzy them. Yeah, man, it's crazy rare. It's like, I think it's I don't remember the source, but in a certain perspective, it's kind of as rare like as the Tyrells might, but not really. I forgot it, man. Like, but probably not as rare as the Tyrells might, but probably as rare as the Mang Songs and D-Web. It's pretty rare. The only thing that it's you can find it of like Mephisto. That's the redeeming quality in its rarity. This is why it's less rare considered. All right, so yeah, this is what are we going to do at one day? Make dual Crescent Moon swords and make a Frenzy Mark for like any character that wants half HP target enemies. Sounds great, honestly. Not a sword though, because she has a static field of her own. So maybe like for it's actually also pretty cheap. The Crescent Moon is only an Amarun. So yeah. Is there like a lightning damage armor that we can supplement the minus lightning resist? Anyone remember anything except the garbage normal chainmail? Is there like a rune ward that we can do? It's a great theory. Like I like it. We're gonna try it one day. Maybe even next week, because like tomorrow I'm leaving for a short trip, and next week worth testing. Just assembling a quick build together, dual crescent moon barb, and if we can utilize the minus lightning res, work well with the Fodin. Maybe, yeah. But the Fodin is actually the mana intensive paladin. He wants the insight merc. It's could work very well with the Hammerdin. I think much better, because Hammerdin doesn't care. I don't get it why people are so hung up on using insight on a Hammerdin, because like you only use insight on a Hammerdin because you don't really care about anything, right? You have a lot of damage, so I guess why not get the mana? But now the mana burn bug is kind of fixed, so even less reasons to worry about mana. So might as well try the Frenzy Merc with Static Field. What's the level on it? Level 13 Static Field. Level 13 is pretty big. Like, I always like think about level 7 is the like comfortable radius for fighting for a Sorc. No. I mean the required level. Yes, is the required level of the Rune. So probably around that. Yeah, see you, Jonas. Good night. So yeah, that's and minus 70 light res. Yeah, so this chain lightning isn't gonna do a lot of damage, but you know, body armor. I don't think we have a body armor rune ward that deals lightning damage, unfortunately. Yeah. It would be fun to like, utilize this minus 70 for some good reason, but I don't think we have anything like that. Yeah, dragon. We just have the dream helmet. So, dream helmet on the Bard Merc. I don't know, probably you'll deal a little more damage. Anyhow, let's finish these notes. The barb. The taunt, yes. The one thing that did to the barb is the taunt, and it's just not good. Because he taunts things he already fights. He never taunts the proper targets. I love using taunt when I play barb, but the way Barb Merc uses taunt is not helpful. He already fights them in melee range usually, so he kind of stuns them with his attacks, or just already has their attention basically. The only thing it may help is like make mages not run away from him when he's already fighting him. But the main use for taunt is like to stop archers from firing at you, for example, to stop fallens from running away, to stop shamans from resurrecting. It's like AI affecting curse. It's so good. But how the barb uses taunt is just not very helpful. Plague can be used in claws and daggers in addition to swords. We'll see. Yeah, plague. Wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm reading the wrong thing. So yeah. These are kind of stronger. Battle Cry, we'll see. We'll try using it. It's pretty nice. Rune Wards, Plague. Low resist when struck. Chamrune. Chamrune will have some extra value, so that's nice. Not sure if like I want it though. Like They still keep creating these kind of rune words. Level 15 Poison Nova on striking. Like, what's a level 15 Poison Nova damage? Like 100 damage or something? So they still keep doing this. Which is like pathetic. Let's just see how much damage does it deal. You know? Poison and bone skills. Level 15 Poison Nova deals 300 damage. So 150 per second. Absolutely pointless. Absolutely, like, just flashy effects, basically. This is what it is. So yeah. Big deadly strike. Oh, we can make like a dual wielding with the plague and the other weapon, Crescent Moon, Barb. So yeah. Not sure he will be struck a lot of times. Yeah, this is not a good for Barb because he won't be stricken very often. Because he has very high armor. So yeah. Not sure about this. This is more for an actual character, so since it can be made in claws, that's the main use for it. Okay, other rune words. These, I mean, we'll see. Pattern. I mainly have something to say about pattern. I'm playing through on Assassin right now, and I just don't see the reason why should I make a break and farm for this. Because it's not easy to find it. 3-socketed claws don't just drop. In normal, it's like very hard to find a 3-socketed claw. In Nightmare, maybe. But still, like, they're pretty rare, you know? They should just remove one of the runes from this, because otherwise you're never getting it. It's like, if it was something really nice that you wanted to get, like, something that would change your character, but what this really is 15 on res, 6 strength, 6 dex, and a little bit of elemental damage. This fire damage will add to your explosive attacks, to the Fists of Fire, so it's not bad. Faster block rate, I guess it's like for the dual claw, you can like block really fast. So what's the breakpoints? Blocking speed. So yeah, you'll get 3-frame block on her. You won't get the 86. I mean, nobody ever gets it. But it's a ridiculously fast block, actually, on the Assassin. Wow. This is pretty insane. How fast she blocks, eh? I mean, just like the Paladin and the Amazon, right? Very good. So maybe rhyme, block, shield. So what's the rhyme? Can we get to 86? No. There isn't like a 56% increased blocking speed shield unless you put a shell rune in it. But again, it's not worth it anyway. So I guess I just don't see the point of this property on the pattern. Anyhow, pattern is not amazing. Storm Shield, how much does it have? I think it has 30%. Yeah, with shell, yes. But, like, will you better put a shell in it? Or an for example. Or a something else, you know? Like, is that slightly faster block ever worth it? And, yeah, I'm talking about pattern here. The pattern rune word. You know? So what it does with 30% block rate, it's just an odd number that they pull out of the thin air, and it doesn't really give you any good. Like, it's a normal rune word, so you probably will use it either with another pattern, so your block is dual claw block. So it's still, you know, you got 60. So you're not getting this, and the second breakpoint is 32. So they might as well put 20 in it, and would have been the same. Or you're using it with Rhyme, which has 40%, or... Huh. So you're still not getting 86, yeah. And you already had the 32, so... It doesn't do anything. Yeah. Such a sad rune word, man. Yeah. The endgame rune word, we'll get to them one day. The wisdom is like the interesting one. Again, like, we'll just see how the ladder develops, if we'll have an opportunity to use it. Safety Amulet. Okay, so Safety Amulet has fast... I think Safety Amulet has increased chance of blocking, not faster block rate. I think you're confusing those ones. Let's check it out. Safety Amulet. Amulet. Where's the amulet? Yeah, it has increased chance of blocking, not the faster block rate. The only item that is not a weapon that has faster block rate is the Guardian Angel armor. That's the only item. I think that's not the... So basically, yeah, wasted stat. Even though it looks like nice faster block rate, in fact, it doesn't give you anything. And yeah, sad rune word. Anyhow, maybe I will actually on my wisdom. No one uses Guardian Angel. Actually, Sorks use it. So you can do like a tank Sork and use a Guardian Angel on her. It's pretty nice. So it's like a hardcore Sork, you know. You put your Storm Shield, your Guardian Angel, and your Sork that just doesn't die. It's a pretty nice build. You know, you have 90 all res, you have 50% DR, and I don't really play PvP, so I can't tell. But like, I made this build in PvM, and sometime it's like a, you know, build for hardcore mostly. That you can play like drunk, blindfolded, and you won't die. And now that they fixed the mana burn bug, that you can also play like with one hand at the same time, you know, and won't die. So that's a pretty strong build. Again, it's like a very defensive item because look at this, you know. Sork actually has crap frames for block, right? So yeah, not as good as, not as awful as Druid or Necromancer, but still kind of much worse than Assassin, Amazon, or Paladin, you know, so it helps. But yeah, not a very good thing. So, other rune words that we have, nothing new in them. Wisdom, Helmet, can be frozen, 5 mana per kill, very nice. Maybe I'll make it on my Assassin that I'm playing through right now, on this Shiva Destroyer. I hope. Bonus to attack rating will help. Piercing attack won't. Mana stolen per hit will help. Energy will help. Cannot be frozen is why I'm going to make it. If I don't find a rhyme, I don't know. Maybe I'll want a rhyme. But really? No, I won't make it. I want +1 skills from the lore. So, no. It's like for Amazon or something. That doesn't care about skills. Yeah. Kinda one little a bonus to fighter characters that cannot be frozen, which is hard to get. It's better than for this to exist than to not exist. Yeah. And the other one are like high rune words. Alright, upgrades for the set item. Favorite thing of the patch. Can't wait to have Death Sash. In fact, I've meant to do this. Let's gamble away all our gold. This is why we collect gold right now in the... yeah, this is why I collect gold in the... in the PTR, you know, to gamble the Death Sash. Whew. It kind of costs a lot already, so you kind of should do it at lower level. But I absolutely need to remember to do it on BNet, because it's a pretty cool strategy in my opinion. Warrior Sash, Ochre Sash. Anyhow, let's keep reading. But yeah, this is the best thing. This is like gonna be the easiest way to get a cannot be frozen. You just like start gathering gold and you start gambling sashes all the time. And you gamble yourself a Death Sash and you upgrade it as soon as you can. So this is very good. Main reason for usage, and maybe some exceptional weapons maybe made a little better, not sure. We'll have to wait and test out everything. Sets. So set wise, let's see if anything new has happened. Arcana Strix, it doesn't matter if anything new has happened, it's useless. Arctic Gear, on the full set, nobody is ever using Arctic Gear full set. Bulkada's Children still does knockback, so it's kinda not working. Cathan Straps, nobody ever uses it, and 16% mana regeneration is like 1 mana per 2 seconds or some garbage. Why do they do it? I have no idea. Cyber's Vestments. The weapon there actually deals a good amount of damage, so it might be one of those upgrade to exceptional candidates. And what's the bonuses? Not too strong, we'll see. Cow King set. Extra defense, extra life. I mean, it's not the worst set in the world, and you can now farm it properly. But there was like a rumor. Somebody even claimed they have like proven it with some like drops that Cow King cannot drop these items anymore. So I hope they fixed that. We'll have to test it. Should I do some Cow King runs? I mean, so many things to do, so many things to test. This is the best part about the patch, is that there are so many things I want to try. Like, I want to try Cow King set now, because like it actually isn't bad, and they like just a little bit improved it. So I want to gamble a Death Sash. All those little things that like they didn't really change much. But that's the biggest change. Okay, Infernal Tools. It's the wand with the cap and the belt. Nobody ever uses it. Yeah. I mean, 20% mana is a good amount. But yeah, the wand and the cap and the belt, just not good. Errata's Finery. Maybe. But, like, you have to collect the Errata's pieces. I don't think it's gonna be used. Milobregas, nobody's gonna be using it. I mean, maybe somebody will want to make it to like just like make a level 30 character use Milobregas items. I don't think. Now, this is the star of the show. Naja's Ancient's Vestige. It's an MF set now. You get your staff for teleportation. You get your circlet. Or armor, if you wish, depending what class you want to use it on. Or you can use armor and circlet. Because, like, circlet is garbage. Armor is like a budget Chains of Honor almost. It has life, it has res, it has 1-2 skills. So it's like mini Chains of Honor. Pretty good. So you can have like instead of your Alibaba on the swap, or Gold Dagger on the swap, you can have Naj's staff if you find it. It's actually moderately rare. And you can have body armor on yourself, which is not a bad item. And you just swap to the staff to do the, like, teleporting or to finish stuff. It's not gonna work on, like, heroes that need a weapon to attack, like Assassin or... Well, actually, no, you can hit with Naj's staff on Assassin with Phoenix Strike. So that will work. Yeah. So just not gonna work with the Amazon. You'll have to use the circlet, which is like awful. I wish they did something about the circlet that it was usable on its own. So set items. Let's take a look at this. Naj's Ancient Vestige. It has a little bit of fire damage. Level 5 Chain Lightning, which deals like 100 damage. 15 to Strength is its best property. Which is like... What it's gonna do for you? It's gonna help you wearing the upgraded gold wrap or something. That it can do. Maybe it can help you wear the Storm Shield or Spirit. Not sure really. It's pretty bad. Because like even the armor is like only 71 strength, honestly. Maybe you can like really go really low in the strength and have the armor. Yeah. Doesn't look very... like, this is what they needed to do as well. Just give a circlet something. Give a circlet 2 sockets, maybe. Give a circlet 10 faster cast rate. Give a circlet... I don't know. Something that's like not too strong, but like kind of helpful. Just some plus to life or something. Or like, give a circlet mana steal or mana per kill. You know, just something. Because it's kind of awful. That's what I wish for the Naj's set. So Sazabis can be used in a barb. We'll test it out one day. Vidalas, nobody's ever gonna use it. Okay. Lots of level 85 areas. Doesn't look like there's anything new. Except the Kalim's Will requirement, which is very nice. No more stupid rushes. I like playing through the game, killing monsters, and not like people standing in town and waiting for somebody to bring a portal. That was so miserable. So yeah, that's nice. And yeah, we got lots of those areas. I've only tried the Swampy Pit, and level 3 doesn't spawn any monsters. And level 2 and 1 are bloody dangerous. But they are at the waypoint. So your character that doesn't have a teleport, but incidentally is kind of strong, like a Foden, you can walk out of the waypoint, enter the Swampy Pit, and start hitting things with your Fist of Heavens and Holy Bolt. That might be a meta, you know? I haven't tried it though, but that's a good kind of thing to do. Arachnid Lair is a waypoint area as well. There are spiders though, so no Fodin, but some other character. Just you exit out of the waypoint, you step into the level 85 area in one step. That's the big change of this patch. That this is the game change that is needed to like alleviate the teleport being imbalanced. These areas that are right at the teleport at the waypoint, you just enter them, you start farming, you don't need to teleport. Stony Tome, a bit hard to find though. And yeah, the Abaddon is also kind of easy to find. It's always pretty close to the waypoint. You go kill Eldritch and a few more steps and you usually find the Abaddon. Although sometimes it's closer to the end, but it's a level, it's an Act 5 area, so it's not the highest level, but it is worth fighting in, so it's pretty good. Okay. Let's read the quality of life updates. Added language support for non-ASCII written language. What does it mean? It means I can type in chat in non-ASCII characters? A message of the day. Abilities may be utilized to share important updates. Okay, we'll see them when we see them. There is now an option in the graphics setting in your legacy that allows you between 3 different emulation options for the legacy. Yes. The options are GDI, Glide, and the Resurrected. Okay, that's nice. I don't think it was in the... I think this is new. So it's not in the PTR. Because I still hate how Legacy looks. Yeah. Can't wait to see it. Because the main change actually is your character turning green when it's poisoned. We'll see. Some players prefer to sell legacy graphics. Yeah, thank you. Improved reliability of pet summons. This is not new, right? Barbarian. Sorting. Okay, so this thing. When holding down a mouse button on the target enemy skill, the skill will continue to execute after that target dies. Yes, the skill should keep executing, but your character shouldn't start moving. That's the worst part. I mean, it's not awful, but it's kind of awkward. It's like, when you're shooting arrows especially, it leads to the cases where your Amazon starts running towards the corpse. So you have to kind of hold shift for that to not happen. That's boring. Quantity changes. Blocking. I'm still not sure about this change, how exactly it works. Yeah, PvPers still hating this. Still probably writing in the forum that you have ruined PvP. I think they have the right to do so. Maybe they should just bring back the weapon swap glitch. Just saying. Okay, nothing here. Bug fixes, once again. Cloak of Shadows, defense and calculation, but they didn't fix the Cloak of Shadows not actually having the screen effect. So, that's awful. Hunger was not costing mana. See, wasn't thinking that it's an issue, but it applies to many skills rather than just hunger. Soup corpses for the solar creepers. Solar creeper still dies in one hit. Rabies. Yeah, again, the same thing. Melee skills, draining mana. I think it was a feature, not a bug. That's a crazy bug. Okay. Monster packs, it says. Okay. Yeah. Nothing new here. I think I've already read that. Oh, graphics. Maybe they had fixed the Cloak of Shadows here. Did they fix an issue where some walls weren't becoming transparent though? Like, I don't think they fixed the right bugs. Localization and online. That's a new sound of the game. A raven? I don't remember ever hearing it. Modding update. Ah, yeah, I've seen this. Alright. That is it. And we haven't finished the Act 2 on my Assassin today. So, not tomorrow, next week, unfortunately. Bye-bye.